Welcome back, everyone, to another peaceful day in our simple village life. And I truly hope from the bottom of my heart that all of you are doing well, staying healthy, and experiencing true peace and happiness wherever you are in the world. Your continuous love, genuine support, and encouraging words mean more to my little baby and me than words can ever truly express, giving us the strength, courage, and motivation to wake up every single morning with hope, determination, and the drive to work hard for a better future. As the very first soft rays of early morning sunlight began to filter through the dense green trees surrounding our quiet home, we woke up early to prepare for what was going to be an extremely busy, demanding, and important day. Today is a major market day in our local area, which means we have to work as quickly and efficiently as possible before the morning heat sets in and before the crowds begin to gather along the main roads. Before starting any of the heavy chores, I took special care to wrap my sweet baby onto my back using a long or comfortable traditional cloth wrapper, adjusting it multiple times to ensure he was completely snug, safe, and secure so that he could rest comfortably against me while I went about performing the strenuous physical labor required for our morning routine. With my baby safely settled on my back, we stepped outside into the fresh morning air and walked into our small garden plot to harvest the fresh produce that we rely on to earn in our daily living. We spent a considerable amount of time carefully inspecting each individual tree, reaching up high into the branches to pick the ripe green guavas one by one, checking every single piece of fruit to make sure it was firm, fresh, and of the highest quality for our valued customers. In addition to the guavas, we carefully gathered several large, stunning purple banana flowers, which are highly prized in our traditional village cuisine for their unique taste and nutritional value. Performing this kind of detailed harvesting work with a growing baby strapped firmly to your back is a constant physical challenge and a delicate balancing act. Every single bend, reach, step, and movement requires extra care, precision, and patience so as not to disturb the baby's peace or put unnecessary strain on your body. However, despite the physical exhaustion, seeing our hand-woven bamboo basket slowly fill up with a rich, colorful harvest brings a deep, overwhelming sense of satisfaction, relief, and quiet gratitude. Once the heavy baskets were completely packed and balanced, we loaded them up carefully and began our long, quiet walk along the winding dirt pathways of our village, making our way toward the main roadside market while enjoying the cool morning breeze and silently hoping for a successful day of sales. The familiar dirt path leading to the town is always full of life during these early hours. As neighbors slowly begin their daily work in the fields, livestock graze quietly along the lush green borders, and the gentle sounds of nature create a calm, peaceful atmosphere around us. Walking steadily, step by step with the warmth of my baby resting against my back helps soften the heavy weight of the baskets, giving me time to mentally prepare for the busy market interactions ahead. As we draw closer to the main road, the quiet countryside slowly transitions into the distant sounds of village traffic and early morning chatter. I hold on to the hope that our hard work will be rewarded today, that the shoppers will recognize the freshness and quality of our garden produce, and that we will be fortunate enough to sell everything we brought so we can secure the earnings we need for our family's daily necessities. As the quiet dirt paths of our village slowly opened up into the bustling main thoroughfare, the calm morning atmosphere gave way to the vibrant energy of the local market grounds. Arriving at the market during these early hours is absolutely essential because the prime selling locations along the busy roadside fill up rapidly with other hard-working farmers, skilled artisans, and local merchants who travel from all surrounding villages. As we arrived, the entire marketplace was already buzzing with intense activity. Motorbikes hummed past carrying heavy loads. Local vendors called out to one another while setting up their displays. And early morning shoppers strolled along the stalls looking for the freshest produce to bring home to their families. Moving carefully through the crowd while balancing the heavy baskets and keeping my baby steady on my back, I searched for an open, clean space where foot traffic was high, so our fresh harvest would be easily visible to every passerby. I eventually found a great spot along a busy stretch of the road, laid down a bright red plastic sheet flat on the ground, and began the careful process of arranging our fruits and vegetables. Presentation is very important when selling produce. While neatly stacking the vibrant green guavas right beside them in tidy, appealing piles, Outrunning a roadside market stall while carrying a young baby on your back is an incredibly demanding, non-stop physical effort that requires constant multitasking. Every single minute involves lifting heavy baskets, arranging goods, greeting potential buyers, negotiating fair prices, counting small change, and simultaneously ensuring that the baby remains comfortable, calm, and protected from the increasing morning heat and noise. It did not take long for our colorful display to catch the attention of the early morning shoppers. The first few customers stopped by, kneeling down on the dusty ground to inspect the weight and freshness of the banana flowers and asking for the price per kilogram of the green guavas. I greeted every person with a warm, genuine smile and took pride in explaining that every single item on our mat was harvested directly from our home garden just a couple of hours ago, completely natural and free from any chemical sprays. Seeing the clear quality and freshness of our produce, a steady flow of interested buyers began to gather around our red sheet. I quickly got to work using our simple hand scale, carefully weighing out bags of guavas and banana flowers for customer after customer. Bargaining is a very common and expected part of our local market culture, so I negotiated respectfully and fairly, selling our fresh guavas for about 61 cents per kilogram, a price that provided a helpful income for our small family while remaining very reasonable for the local buyers. The market turned out to be exceptionally busy and lively today, which was an incredible blessing for us after all the morning's physical exertion. Word quickly spread among the shoppers about the fresh batch of guavas, and before long, a continuous line of eager customers kept us completely occupied, picking through the piles, making their purchases, and leaving with big smiles. Within a surprisingly short amount of time, item after item vanished from our bright red sheet, and before we fully realized what was happening, every single guava and banana flower we had harvested was completely sold out. Standing there looking down at the empty plastic mat, folding it up, and placing the modest earnings safely into my pocket brought an overwhelming sense of relief, deep satisfaction, and heartfelt gratitude after all the demanding physical labor of the early morning. With our selling work completed far earlier than expected, I carefully packed our empty baskets, adjusted the cloth wrapper to keep my baby comfortable, and decided to take a relaxed, unhurried stroll through the rest of the vibrant market to see what other local vendors were offering and to pick up a few essential supplies for our home. The marketplace was still filled with incredible energy, alive with the bright colors of fresh mountain herbs, hand-woven goods, shop farming tools, and various young livestock, offering a beautiful glimpse into the hard-working spirit of our local village community. As we leisurely walked through the nursery and plant section, my attention was immediately drawn to a quiet corner where an elderly local woman was selling a variety of healthy green vegetable seedlings. I had been thinking for a long time about growing more climbing vegetables around our home to ensure a steady supply of fresh, nutritious food for our family. So I stopped by her stall to inspect her plants. After chatting with her about the best varieties for the current season, I decided to purchase 2 strong, thriving luffa plant vines, also known as sponge gourd. Luffa is a wonderful, highly versatile vegetable to grow in our region because not only does it produce delicious, healthy gourds for cooking traditional meals, but the fast-growing vines also produce thick, lush green leaves that can be trained to climb over custom-built structures. My exact vision for these 2 newly purchased seedlings is to take them home, plant them into the fertile soil near the side of our house, and spend the rest of the day cutting fresh bamboo from the nearby grove to construct a tall, sturdy trellis right beside our outer wall and roof. Once the bamboo framework is fully built and the luffa vines begin to climb and spread over the structure, the dense canopy of green leaves will act as a completely natural sunshade. This leafy shade will cover a large portion of our roof, effectively blocking the intense midday heat and keeping the inside of our small home noticeably cooler during the upcoming scorching summer months. Holding our precious new luffa seedlings carefully in one hand, keeping my baby cozy and relaxed against my back, and carrying our lightened baskets in the other, we turned away from the lively market crowd and set off on the peaceful journey back home, fully ready and eager to begin the heavy, rewarding work of building the bamboo trellis.